Hey guys, welcome to Beyond Civilization. Today we're heading to an island off the coast of Alaska, and we're going to be exploring the remains of an abandoned shipwreck. The remains of the SS Islander are located on the beach of Admiralty Island, and its story has it all. Heroism, tragedy, and even a treasure of unfathomable value. The SS Islander was a large steamer built in 1888 especially to traverse the Inside Passage to Alaska, and was reputedly the most luxurious steamer engaged on that run. On August 14th of 1901, Islander departed Skagway, Alaska for Victoria, British Columbia, filled to capacity with passengers and carrying a cargo of gold bars valued at over $6 million in 1901 dollars. Sometime after 2 a.m. on August 15th of 1901, while sailing down the narrow Lynn Canal south of Juneau, she struck what was reported to be an iceberg that punched a huge hole towards the front of the ship. Within 5 minutes, the tremendous weight of the water filling the ship's forward compartments had forced her bow underwater and her stern, rudder, and propellers completely out of the water. There were 107 passengers and a crew of 71 on board. A Dr. Phillips of Seattle with his wife and child were running from their stateroom for the deck when the ship lurched and sank. Tragically, the wife and child were caught by the suction of the air shaft and carried to the bottom. Dr. Phillips was struck above the eye by the air shaft, which prevented him from getting into the shaft, thus saving his life. The cries of those who were left in the water was something awful, recounts one of the passengers who was rescued. However, no sooner had Islander sunk than efforts began to locate the wreck, specifically for the massive treasure of gold that sank with it. Within days, another ship was already sounding the area in order to determine the wreck's depth. Over the next 30 years, there would be well over a dozen salvage attempts on the Islander. In 1929, a scheme was attempted which involved leading 20 steel cables beneath the sunken liner that were to be connected to surface vessels. The cables were then to be tightened at each low tide, gradually inching the wreck toward shore with each high tide. This challenging operation occupied 2 complete salvage seasons, until finally, on July 20th of 1934, the Islander surfaced where it now sits on the beach of Admiralty Island. Disappointingly, when the wreck was cleared, the Islander yielded only $75,000 worth of gold nuggets and gold dust. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that the portion of the ship that contained most of the gold had been ripped off the ship during salvage operations. This missing bow section of the ship was not located until August of 1996. That year, Oceanmar Incorporated raised enough funds to conduct a new salvage operation. However, before they managed to begin, they were served with a temporary restraining order from Yukon Recovery, which had also been planning for a recovery expedition. Eventually, Oceanmar Incorporated prevailed at the Federal Court of Appeals, and they teamed up with MK Salvage Ventures to recover the sunken gold. On the next salvage operation in 2012, the crews actually managed to recover about 1,200 ounces of gold, valued at about $4 million. In addition, several other valuable artifacts dating back to the Gold Rush era were also recovered at the site. Despite its tremendous value, however, all of this gold recovered in 2012 was the content of only one single box, while according to official records, there would have been about 10 or 12 large boxes of valuables located on the Islander, today valued at a total of well over $15 million. So that just leaves us with one question. What else is still down there? Unfortunately, we won't be finding out right away, as salvage operations have now been suspended pending additional legal battles that are currently still ongoing as of the time this video was published. Yeah, so the shipwreck looks amazing, but its story is even better. It's crazy to think that there's over $15 million of gold sunk at the bottom of the ocean in some unknown location near here, and only a tiny fraction of it has ever been recovered. The rest is still out there at the bottom of the sea somewhere. It just goes to show how there are still treasures to be found out there, mysteries to be solved, and secrets to be revealed. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.